Hello and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie. We're on Patreon now. Stay tuned to the end to hear more about how you can help out and make your voice heard. North Korea continues to posture as if preparing for war, while claiming to simply be preparing to defend. But if war broke out, there's a good chance that North Korea would find themselves defeated. Today we'll explore the consequences of this defeat as we ask the question, what if North Korea lost World War III? Now, when discussing World War III, it's difficult to determine who would be on what side. Alliances would depend greatly on what started the war, whether it was North Korea launching an attack, Russia encroaching into Europe, or an escalation of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The spark of the war would determine the alliances in the war. For this reason, I'll disregard that aspect for the most part and focus on the implications for North Korea and the surrounding countries. If North Korea lost World War III, it is more or less certain that the current government would be removed, and perhaps replaced by a more democratic government, similar to that of South Korea. This would have a pretty huge effect on the people of North Korea. As one of the most restricted populations on Earth, citizens of North Korea would be in for a hell of a shock when they suddenly were able to go anywhere, do anything, and learn about all the things that had been kept from them over the years. It would be particularly jarring to the members of the population that believed the propaganda put forth by their government. Those who knew they were being oppressed would feel immense relief, finally able to live comfortably in the country they call home. This change of leadership could bring about an event that many Koreans have waited decades for. The Koreas could be reunited. If the North was taken out from under the oppressive dictatorship, there's a good chance that the North and South would once again become one. This would likely cause the North Koreans to assimilate with South Korean culture, which would take some time but would ultimately result in much healthier and happier people. This wouldn't happen immediately, however, since North Korea would have spent a good deal of its time in war attacking South Korea. It could be that the southern neighbors wouldn't be so quick to forgive those in the North, regardless of the involuntary and misinformed nature of their involvement. This would likely bring about emigration out of North Korea into China, something that China is hoping to avoid. In terms of punishment for their actions, there's a fairly good chance that the sanctions on the defeated North Korea by the victors would be rather minimal once a new government was in place. Given the oppressive regime, misinformation of the citizens, and overall lack of resources in the country, it's more likely that the victors in the war would aid the country to rebuild and rejoin the South, rather than imparting punishments like in Nazi Germany. South Korea's reunification fund would aid with this, and other allied countries would likely assist with this as well. Unfortunately, not everything would be sunshine and daisies. Just because the North lost the war, that doesn't mean they wouldn't have done damage. This brings us to one important implication to the world outside North Korea. If it looked like North Korea was going to lose the war, there's a chance that they would fire their nuclear weapons to take as many of their enemies out as possible. This would be devastating for the surrounding countries, and this possibility is a significant factor that keeps North Korea relatively safe now. So a defeated North Korea could spell disaster for neighboring countries if Kim Jong-un acted in the childish and brutal way he's known to act. And now we return to our question, what if North Korea lost World War III? Well, unlike most losing nations, life would probably get quite a bit better for the people of North Korea if they received assistance from victorious countries. With the government defeated and replaced, the people could begin to rebuild, potentially rejoining the South to become a unified Korea. Strain between China and the West would be somewhat lessened without the toddler that is North Korea throwing nuclear temper tantrums every so often, although they may not be too pleased about the influx of North Korean immigrants. Finally, and ominously, any potential progress in the region could be completely ruined if North Korea decided to go out with a bang. Thank you for watching Life's Biggest Questions. I hope this was interesting and informative and maybe even inspired you to look into it further on your own. If you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe to the channel down below. While you're down there, let me know your favorite kind of ice cream. I like mint chocolate chip. Also, as mentioned earlier, we have a Patreon now, so if you'd like to find out how you can get involved and have your voice heard, head on over to the link in the description. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie Lafergie with Life's Biggest Questions, wishing you the best of luck on your quest for answers.